Hi guys, I just wanted to give you a quick overview of Helix and some of the things that we can do using the CLI. So the first thing we're going to do is install the CLI with this easy command. So as you can see, it's now working. The next thing we're going to do is install the repo. As you can see, it already exists for me. So the next thing I'm going to do is run Helix init, which is going to create a new project file for us just here. And as we can see, these are some of the config defaults for the vector database and some of the global secondary indexes that you can have for the graph. So we're going to leave these as is for now. The next thing is these queries. Helix comes with some queries predefined, but we are not going to use these right now. We're going to use some other ones. So I'm going to paste these in here. And we're also going to add in some of the schema as well, like this. So to cover the schema first, we've got some nodes and an edge. The nodes are defined by N and the edge by E. So we have a patient node, which has a name field and an age field. It also has the corresponding types for them as well. And then we have a doctor with a name and a city field. We then have an edge, which describes a visit between a patient and a doctor. So as you can see, it's from a patient here. So that is the type of node that the edge can go from. And then the to, which is the type of node the edge can go to, being a doctor. And then the edge itself can have a couple of properties, being the doctor summary and the date of the visit. Moving on to the queries, we have this top one, which just creates the data in our graph. And then we have some functions down here, which can get the data. And so, for example, this one, this get patient, it gets the nodes that have a type patient and then filters them based on the name field of each patient that matches the name that we pass into the query. And then for these more complex ones down here, for example, this second one, get patient visits in previous months, it first gets the patient, similar to the first one, and then traverses its out edges. Whereas if we look back at the schema, the outgoing edges of a patient are visits because the visit can go from the patient out to the doctor. So this one gets the outgoing edges, which are visits, and then filters them based on the date field. So now that we have our queries and the schema completed, we can simply run helix deploy local, which will build our Helix file and deploy the server locally. So as we can see, we have 4 endpoints available. And this is our instance ID and the port that it's running on. And then what we can do next, we can go down here on the README, and we're going to run some of these Python files. So as we can see, this is just created all of these nodes and edges. And let me clear this. And then we can run get patient. So our get patient is using our Python SDK, and we're going to get the patient that has the name Owen Brooks. So as we can see here, it's got that patient. And then we can do another one. So we can get visits in previous months, for example. And then it gets the visits that are within the previous month. Thank you for watching this quick overview of Helix and our CLI. We look forward to seeing what you build with Helix.